Okay, I'm recording.
All right. Good morning. Welcome to the Hancock Park Market Update. It is Tuesday, April 13th, and we are going to start looking at the current houses that are for sale. This is single family homes for sale in the MLS area of Hancock Park. Right now, there are 62 listings. If I'm not mistaken, that is pretty much exactly what we've been at week after week for at least a month or two. So, very consistent number of listings. Let's look at the number of sales in the last 7 days. We have 7 sales in the last 7 days. I see we have some larger ones, actually 3 big ones. There's an interesting one that just sold for 9.4 million, and then one for 4.2 in Fremont Place. So that'll be interesting. So in the last few weeks, we have consistently been selling right around 7. I believe last week we had an average of 7 over the previous 2 weeks. So that's interesting. And then let's look at the number of escrows, new escrows. Well, let's just start with the number total, and that is 38 listings, which is similar to last week. And then let's look at the number of properties that went under contract in the last 7 days, and that is 4. So we have 62 listings. We have 38 in escrow. We have 7 sales, and we have 4 new escrows this month. One of them is, this week, and one of them is sort of out of our area, way down south of Olympic. And so, by the way, it's very loud in my house. Are you able to hear me okay? Are you picking up the noise? Okay. So not that much has gone into escrow in the last week. Let's go back and look at the sales here in the last 7 days. All right. This ought to be exciting because we have a very big one to talk about at 326 South Windsor that sold for 9.415. That is a nice, juicy number that you don't see every week. So let's go to the agent detail here. And 326 South Windsor, interestingly enough, this one sold. I remember we talked about this last week. It sold in the 8 million range about 5 years ago. The listing agent is David Parnez. The selling agent was our very own Rick Llanos. Congratulations, Rick. Wow, what a sale. 5 beds, 9 baths, 8,000 square feet on an 18,000 lot. I just love this. I love Windsor Square. These big streets. This is a beautiful street to drive down every day because you're going to look right at the Hollywood sign. A little bit of a negative is that you've got all the Instagrammers, the influencers, the tourists. It's all over the internet as far as tourist information, that if you go to Windsor Boulevard, you will be able to take pictures of yourself with the Hollywood sign in the background. So there are a lot of strangers walking up and down the street, getting in the middle of the road with their cameras, so that's not necessarily a plus if you're looking for privacy, but it is a beautiful street to live on. This house is about halfway down the block from 3rd, so it's very good distance as far as walking or riding your bike or whatever you like to do to get to Larchmont. Right now I'm having a problem with getting on here. Let's do this again with the photos. Waiting for the MLS. Bing, 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 bing. Okay, well, we're going to leave it alone then. It's a beautiful house, and it was remodeled in 2014, At that time, I believe it was sold by Tim Enright, who has sadly left us. So this time it went with David Parnas and James Harris. I believe James Harris is that guy who is on $1 Million Listing. So interesting. Okay, next one is 75 Fremont Place, 4 beds, 6 baths, 5,100 square feet on a 16,000 lot. Fremont Place is one of the only gated areas in all of the flat part of Los Angeles. $823 a square foot, got 4.2 million. Let's just see what the other one got per square foot. $11.68 per square foot. You're getting 8,000 square feet and you're paying almost $1,200 per foot. That's quite a nice price. So this one, $823 in Fremont Place, listed by Rainey and Brandon Williams. 2 more of these influencer type of TV reality stars. And this is a really unique home for Fremont Place. When was this built? 1916. So, I mean, it's really got some major, what's his name? Gosh, now of course I'm blanking. The famous architect, super famous architect. Anybody remember where you have those long eaves that come over? I'll remember it here in a minute. Look at this house. Wow. Incredible. Really utilized colors here. Yellow kitchen, green room with a, that is a cheetah carpet right there. You don't see that every day. And blue and red, lots of different colors in this house. So very nice, 4,200 square feet, not the biggest house, but 4.2 million. That's a nice price. That's probably break-in cost into Fremont Place. So nice house there. 653 South Orange is in Hancock Park adjacent, listed by Nick Collins of the agency. 5 beds, 6 baths, 4,100 square feet on a 6,700 lot. This house was built in 2015. It's one of those ultra moderns, sold for 3.5 million. That is very standard if you're looking at Hancock Park adjacent or any decent neighborhood with a 4,000 square foot brand new modern house. You're going to pay 3.5-ish. If you're not on such a great street, you could pay as little as 3, but you're not going to pay less than that for a house this size that's brand new. Okay. So those are the big sales. Next, we have 801 South Muirfield. This is down in Brookside with Todd Cloutier of Compass. 3 bed, 4 bath, 3,000 square feet, 7,400 square foot lot. That is $2.525 million, $846 a square foot. This is a very beautiful house, if I remember correctly. And it's about 1 block from Wilshire on Muirfield. So you're going to get traffic noise. And at 5 o'clock in the evening, you're going to have ways directing people through the neighborhood. So that is going to be, you're going to have traffic in front of the house, but the house itself looks very nice. $7,500 lot. You got a cool view there. That's looking over a parking lot from that deck there. All right, next we have 138 North Wilton Place. This is listed by Joseph Deveren Sotheby's. 4 beds, 4 baths, 6,600 square feet, sold for $2.275 million. That's just $700 a square foot, which makes sense when you're talking about a house that is on Wilton. 138 North Wilton is a kind of a cute area. You get your 2-story historic homes. This has been fully remodeled, $700 a square foot. If you're looking for a beautiful house, 2 stories, 4 bedrooms. You're not going to get less than 2.3 million. So you're trading for being on Wilton. But I imagine when you're in your backyard or when you're inside the house, you're not really feeling that. This is the upstairs 3rd floor attic that's been built out. Very cute. Outdoor here with a pool and a guest house. Look at the size of the guest house there. Then you're getting a lot of house for the money here. That's the guest house right there. Wow. Outdoor patio in the guest house. All right, next let's look at 516 North Citrus in Hancock Park adjacent, listed by Sherry Beanstalk. 3-bed, 2-bath, 2,100 square feet, 5,000 square foot house, sold for 1.731. That's just over $800 a square foot. I remember we talked about this. It is a great street. This is a great block on Citrus. The only drawback is it is a T90 little lot of only 5,000 square feet. So 1.731 though is definitely, for a nice house, going to be your starter price for moving into Hancock Park adjacent, especially on a beautiful little street like this. Looks like it does need a little bit of work, maybe updating here. If you like the old historic tile, which I do, you don't need to touch that, but it looks like the kitchen might have needed some work. It's a little dated, but I guess it'll do. Next, let's do 465 South Citrus. This is located in also in Hancock Park adjacent, just about a block south. Brian Nyer of Coldwell was the agent. Brian and James Hancock. And 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,800 square feet, 7,500 lot, sold for 1,685. That's $915 a square foot. A little bit smaller house than the other one, but a bigger lot by, gosh, 50% bigger lot. Got 1,685, so that seems like a really nice price as far as a good deal for the buyer.
Erik, is
Yeah.
that on the corner of 6?
Looks, is it 6? Oh boy,
Yeah.
you're right. It is 6.
I
Thank
don't know if
you.
it's a corner. Is that the corner house? Yeah. Oh
It
my
is,
goodness.
yeah, that's
It's
not
a
going to
terrible corner.
terrible locate. That explains that price. I was a little surprised at 1,685, but that explains it. Thank you very much, Cecile, for that. That is gonna be loud, baby. And the more we have these oddball people who walk by, and it just seems like it's getting a little bit worse and worse out there with strangers making them at home, making themselves at home on your lot. Then this is not going to be great. You're going to need to have some defensive plans as far as electronic surveillance and so on. All right, let's go back to, that was the 7 sales. Now let's look at the last 7 days of active new listings, that is. Here we go. We have 6 new listings, which helps replenish the bucket considering we have 7 sales. Let's look here. We have a lot of little ones. So that's gonna, a lot of these are probably gonna fly off the shelf quickly, under 2 million. Let's look here at the details, starting with the highest first at 2,195,000, 434 North Citrus. A lot of sales happening on Citrus, folks. 1 listing here, 2 listings sold. Boy, that is a busy, people are moving in and moving out. 3 beds, 2 baths, 2,000 square feet, listed by Betsy Malloy of our office. Boy, Betsy is killing it this year. I can think of 4 listings this year. And she put one on June, 232 June. That would be South June, right across from the elementary school, into escrow just recently. So busy lady, congratulations. This one at 2,000 square feet with a 6,400 lot, got 1,000, is asking $1,077 a square foot. Very nice character house with the brick. You don't see that every day in that neighborhood, so that might explain the higher dollar per square foot. beautiful house. Brick driveway, brick, looks like that's the back area. Not a lot of yard, mostly brick and stone, if you're into that. Looks like some of it does have the original hardwood floors. Then it's got some other kind of floors, a little bit of a mishmash. Wow, look at that bathroom. That's probably not original, but still looks sort of older in the stylish kind of way. Kind of like that color. All right, here we are in the back house.
By the way, I think this was on the market a short while ago, like 2 years ago or something.
Okay,
Does anyone remember?
let's take a look.
I was in the house then.
Looks like it sold in 2017 for $1,689,000.
Okay. The years go by fast. I guess it's 4 years.
Yeah,
I sold it 1 million years ago.
you did?
Yes.
Wow.
Gee,
Well,
Kathy, Kathy, I didn't know you were so old.
that must have been before the MLS in 1996 that you sold it, because it doesn't show that sale.
Exactly. Yeah.
That is 1 million years ago. Cool. What did it sell for back then? Do you remember?
Oh, Lord. No, not a chance.
Any kind of price range? What would something like that cost in 1995? Probably in the 500 range?
Yeah, under 1 million.
Wow. Cool. All right, let's head back. All right, next we have 128 North Plymouth. Again, these are the new actives just listed in the last 7 days. And this is 128 North Plymouth is going to be in the smaller section of Windsor Square. So incredibly good location, halfway down the block from Beverly. So it's quiet and very close to Larchmont, but not too close. I love this location. Jenna Cooper is the listing agent. 4 beds, 3 bath, 2,000 square feet, asking $2,149. That's $1,000 a square foot, $72.36 on the square foot lot. And that is just, if you're looking for location, this cannot be beat. I would imagine that, considering the look of this house, this will go into multiples pretty quick. I had one on Windsor, 1 block over or 2 blocks over, about this location, and boy, it was like, I think we had 12 offers on it. This is just a great place to live when you take into account the cost of living versus the other areas, and the proximity to not only the city, but also just the great stuff that Larchmont has to offer. This is one that I would buy myself. So I would imagine that's going to go. 419 South Citrus Avenue. This is listed by Paul Chung of Apple Properties, and that is a 213 area code. 4 beds, 4 baths, 2,700 square feet on a 6,700 lot. 419 South Citrus. So we're just walking. We're having a nice stroll down Citrus today. We were in the 500 block, 2 sales there. Now we're in the 400 block. 2 new listings here. 1,999,000, 6,700 square foot lot. That's only $738 a square foot. Boy, what is going on Citrus? Anybody, any drama going on Citrus? Cecile? Just coincidence, I suppose.
Yeah, I think just coincidence. People are or maybe they want to leave Los Angeles. High taxes, crime. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
At $1,999,000, it doesn't look that character. It is a pretty big house, so it must be quite long. going back, and you do have a decent sized lot at 6,700 square feet, so you should have a bit of a yard, and it's a good location, far enough away from 6th, and so at 1999, I would imagine they're going to have some good interest on that. Next, 358 South Sycamore list, and this is also in Hancock Park adjacent, in a better location, generally right close to 4th, which is a quiet cross street. Tammy Pardee, the listing agent, she is a big agent on the west side, one of the biggest agents in this country, has one of the biggest team, if not the big. I think she has the largest female-run team in the country. 3 beds, 2 baths, 2,000 square feet, 6,500 square foot lot. I remember when she was back in like 2007, I actually recruited her to come to my company. She didn't go, but I remember she was like up and coming. Now she's like a million times more of an agent than I am, and she's this is a nice looking house here for $2 million, 6,500 square feet, $961 a square foot, which is pretty good. But 358 South Sycamore, that's going to be in a good location as far as cross streets, but it is very close to La Brea.
Also, you know, this one, the other across the street is that parking lot, isn't that?
Yeah.
You know, so it's like your little.
Yeah.
You
We're
know.
having problems with the photos here, folks. I'm sorry. I'm going to try one more time, and then I'm going to call it on this one. You can kind of get an idea. There's the backyard. Okay, here we go. We got the photos now. And I'll check on the maps, Cecile, but I think you're absolutely right. Now, I do think that there is a wall there. So it's not, or is there? I'll check, but I don't think there's any access to that parking lot.
No, I don't think so either. It's just that it's a little deserted there, sort of like.
Deserted. So there's going to be people that like that. You know, I think there's going to be
maybe
people who like that. Plenty of people who are going to like that. But you're right. It is much quieter there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the end of the photos. Let's see here at the map. Yep. Okay, so it's one house up, and doesn't look like there's a parking lot there, actually.
Or what? It's all the trees that are there blocking it, or something. I think.
Yeah.
No.
Let's take a look. I can jump on just a second. Aerial. It's possible that those are apartment buildings.
It is commercial, something commercial there or something.
Yeah. What was the
358 South. Wasn't it 358 South?
Now let's try that. 358 South Sycamore.
Yeah.
And then I can look at the 360 view. And there's the house. Let's see what's on the other side. Well, nope. You got yourself a nice normal neighborhood right there.
Sycamore? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, here's
3rd and 4th? No, I don't think so.
right there. That's the house you're looking at. So normal looking street.
And
Parking lot.
Sycamore?
Yeah, the parking lot is when you cross down over here, right?
Oh, to 4th Street. Oh, right, the next block. The next block.
Here's that
You're
dessert.
right. It's the next block.
Yep. All right.
Is it the
Very
next
good.
block?
Yep. All right. Next listing is so that's at $2 million. I would imagine that's going to go pretty quick. Looks really cute, although it is only 2,000 square feet. 309 North Bronson. This looks like it's a new farmhouse style house built in 1922, so maybe not. It might have just been redone. Nestled on a charming blah, 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 renovated 1920s California classic. 3 beds, 2 baths, listed by Jenna Cooper. She's got several new listings this week. 1,782 square feet, 5,000 lots, so not that big. This is in Larchmont Village on Bronson, which is all small lots, if I'm not mistaken. for $1,775,000. That's a pretty big price for Bronson, and it looks like it's very close to 3rd Street, or is it Beverly? Let me take a look again, but it looks like it's going to be pretty loud right there.
Beverly Boulevard,
Yeah, Beverly.
just
So-
a little bit north of it.
Yeah, small lot, but you're getting yourself a done house. I don't know, small lot right on Beverly. That's a tough location, tough lot to pay $1,000 a square foot. We'll see. 621 North Windsor. This is it's getting pretty close to Melrose in Larchmont Village. Windsor's a nice street, but it is getting close. Carey Field of Acme Real Estate. 2 beds, 3 baths, 1,700 square feet. I'm guessing this is a townhouse or something. 2,400 lot. Yeah, so this is going to be like maybe a half of a house or a half lot subdivision. $800 a square foot, $1.4 million. Let me just take a look at that again. What does it say? It says half a block from the legendary Paramount, 2-level home. So yeah, it's definitely going to be sharing the property with another property. So it's not quite a townhouse. I don't know. I guess you'd call it a townhouse though. As far as I understand, the definition of a townhouse in Los Angeles is that you own all the land below it to the core of the earth, and you own all of the airspace above it, all the way to space. So unlike a condo where you only own the space between all 4 walls, on a townhouse, it is everything above it and below it you own. All right, that's the end of the actives in the last week. Now let's take a look at what just went into escrow. I think it was a smallish number of about 4 last 7 days. Yep, all in the ones. Oh, there's one at the 3.3 price range in Windsor Square. 320 South Irving. That's a nice house. It's not too close to 3rd, but it is about 3 houses down. Let's see here, agent detail. It's an interesting A-frame look. I think it was just listed. Yeah, 14 days on market, 5 beds, 4 baths, 3,300 square feet, 12,000 lots. You got yourself a nice lot. And I remember we talked about it last week that there's a lot of space on that lot that can't be built on. I think the driveway, I think Shar was telling us about it. 3.3 million, listed by Alex Brunkhorst. So a little 2-story guest house in the back with a nice pool and hot tub. $3.3 million in Windsor Square. In this location, you can still get to Larchmont. Might be a little bit of a hike, but you can definitely get there on a bike or whatever you like to get there with. And so that's a big lot. That's a good value, 3.3. We'll see. It probably went over considering only 14 days on market. When you think about 3.3 versus 2.3, that's like the 2.3, the bottom of the barrel for 4 bedrooms with a 2-story house anywhere in the area. And here for 3.3, you've got a almost ideal location. So $1 million really changes your perspective. It's nice to be able to get over 3 million in loans and stuff if you can, because it really puts you in the top higher tier. And this is 527 North Windsor Boulevard, John Eiglar. This was also just listed, 12 days on market, 4 beds, 3 baths, 2,000 square feet. This is right in the heart of Larchmont Village. Beautiful location. You're as far away from everything as you can be. Look at the central location there. 5,000 square foot lot. So that's not ideal. $900 a square foot for $1.8 million. I think we talked about this last week or the week before, and you know, this one you're buying location for sure, and it's done. Obviously, somebody is going to be very happy here. You can own a house like this forever because it's just so well located. You're just never going to get tired of it. Next, 1179 Victoria. This is down more. I can't remember what this neighborhood is called. It's not. Is it Oxford something? Not sure. Anyway, it's south of Olympic, east of LA High, right in the middle between Olympic and Pico. So a good location, and a lot of beautiful historic 2-story homes here on this street on Victoria. 3 bed, 3 bath, 2,800 square feet, listed by Nick Mercado. It's a 8,500 square foot lot, $617 a square foot for $1,750,000. On the market 42 days, $1,749,000. That's a really nice price for that much house. 2,800 square feet. What was the lot again? 8,500. So if you're in the 1/8 or under 2 million and you want a 2-story house, then this is a good street, Victoria, because it's really pretty, and you know, you're not too close to traffic, but you are significantly south of Wilshire. This looks like the attic that's been built out here. A lot of lush, mature landscaping. Cute house. I think somebody will be very happy with that. Next, 409 North Plymouth, also well located in Larchmont Village, pretty far from most things. This is listed by Heather Roy of Douglas Elliman. 3 bed, 2 bath, 1,500 square feet. So an itty bitty house, but a nice big lot at 6,700. That's 1.6 million. Works out to about $1,100 a square foot, which, considering the location, is not crazy, because you're only paying $1.6 million for $1,100 a square foot. The smaller the house, the more you're going to pay per square foot, because the price point is still very affordable. $1.6 million in that location. I think we talked about this one last time. There's a couple of the daughters playing ping pong. So you have 3 bedrooms along the left side of the house, and then you have the living area on the right. Well, I guess depending on what your direction is. And that is it for all of the current, recently, last 7 days of new escrows. Let's go back and just look at some let's make some generalities here. So we've got 4 in escrow. Again, 62 listings. We've been running along at 62 listings or so, you know, a little bit less in some cases, not more, up to about 62 the entire year. We're moving now, it's almost mid-April. So, you know, that we're not seeing large numbers of properties on the market. This is still a very tight market with 62 listings. So, you know, the general consensus would have to mean that we're just, you know, nothing has changed, and we are still looking at a very, you know, good demand with not enough houses for sale. The way I coach my buyers is, look, you know, let's start with understanding that just because you have $2 or $3 million does not mean you have the right or ability to buy a house just by walking in and offering your money. It's a fight, no matter who you are, no matter who you think you are. It's going to be a fight. You need to have a great agent to get you that house. Not everybody is going to be able to get a house, period, end of story. It's that buyer who wants to go above and beyond, who understands it's going to take a lot more than just, writing an offer, standard offer to get a house, especially if you're talking about a house that is in a good location, that's in good condition. Boy, we could probably take this list from 62 down to maybe 20 that fit that category. And we know there's more than 20 great buyers out there in Hancock Park. So very tight for buyers. Excellent time to be a seller. This last week we had a $9 million sale. So that is rare to see a over $5 million sale or $6 million. That means, that's good to see. We have a whole bunch more. I think we have 15 listings over $7 million in Hancock Park. So that is a small number of sales for the number of listings that are available. That, just like I was saying about buyers, if you're a seller over $7 million, you better have a great agent, hopefully a Coldwell Banker, that knows how to make you stand out among, versus everything else, because maybe we're getting one sale over 7 million over the course of 1 month, maybe, which means with 15 listings, we're talking about a year and a half supply. You could be on the market for a year and a half if you're not working with a great agent. Okay, anybody have anything else for the good of the order? All righty. Well, it was nice being here. Thank you guys for your time. I hope you guys go out there and kick butt this week. Have a great week.
Thank you, Erik.
Thanks, Erik.
Welcome. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Eric.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.